Good evening, everybody. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. Hope everybody's doing good today. Had them a good weekend and everything. Boy, we did. Woo, it was nice. Went to the river, catfishing, camping out. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you just got to do it, right? And then you get home and you got everything to do. But that's all right. You take what you can get these days. Everybody's so busy with life. Man, but I love it. I love it, y'all. We're so blessed. Today, I have got to show y'all this thing on how to cook a pot of these old greens now. And I know a lot of people don't like greens. And there's mustard greens, turnip greens, what's that other one called? It's the one with the slick leaf. Tender greens. I like those. I like all the greens though. I like any of them. And some people are like, well, I like mustard greens better than turnip greens, or to me, they all greens. So I like any of them. So you have to pick out the ones you like. I believe that mustard greens are the most popular one. That's just me guessing at that, y'all. But I think mustard greens are the most popular. But I like the turnip greens because, and I want to show y'all this, where are they at? Oh. Look at this bowl of turnips that came off of my greens that Buzzard grew me. Look at the size of that. I want to show you this one. Look at this one compared to the size of my head. Look at that thing. Now, really and truly, I like them. That's a good turnip. There's nothing wrong with it. They get, I don't know, they get mealy like or something or whatever when they start getting too big, or I think they do. But this right here, it's a little old softball size, I'm going to call it. Look at that thing. Little old, I'd say it's softball size. That's the perfect size. And anything under that, like these little ones like this, oh baby, they're good. But what I am going to tell you, because I'm going to do a second video on it, is, and I may cut up a couple of them in here, okay? I'll do a couple of the little ones. But I actually like my greens by themselves. And my turnips, I'm going to cook them in a little pot on the side by themselves like my granny cooked them. And I'm going to show y'all that in the second video, okay? But look at there. From the earth, y'all. God's good to us. You got to know how to eat it and love it and enjoy it and be thankful for it. That's what it's all about. So to start with though, last night I went ahead and did this. Buzz picked these greens for me yesterday, okay? Let me get this thing down. I always wrestle with it. Buzz picked these greens for me yesterday, y'all, and the turnips and everything, right? So we got them all cleaned up. What I did was I put them in my sink, and you got to wash them and wash them and wash them and wash them. I mean, I probably washed them 10 times in sinkfuls of water and stuff. But you wash them really good, and then you strip the leaves off of the big stems. Now I'm going to show y'all how beautiful. And I washed them, stripped them off of there, and drained them good. And then I put them in this old store sack. Old Walmart bag or something or whatever. H-E-B sack, I think is what it is. But look at these beautiful greens, y'all. I'm going to show them to you up close. This is homegrown, right out of the earth, right there across from my driveway. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And another thing, if you've never cooked greens, I'm going to go ahead and put me some water in here. Give me a little water so they won't sit there and burn on the bottom of the pot, okay? But I'm going to take these greens, y'all. And I've got them, like I said, just stripped them off of the stems, okay? And you got to look for bugs and stuff. Hey, it's homegrown, so I'm just saying to you. And if you think that bugs wasn't on the ones that you got from the store and people didn't have to pick them off, well, you don't understand about vegetables. But anyway, a little bug ain't gonna hurt you anyway. What you don't know don't hurt you a lot of times. I'm just saying, y'all. Okay, these greens, I'm piling them. I don't think I can back that thing up any more than that. Look, I may be Wally Mopper jaw, but that way you can see the pot. I want you to see how many greens you have to put in here, because if you've ever cooked spinach, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, dang it. I dropped that one. Okay. If you've ever cooked spinach, then you know what I'm talking about. It cooks away. It cooks way, way, way away, right? And this thing is going to be packed. I'm going to use every bit of this huge bag in here, y'all, and it's going to cook them down. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let these cook down a little bit so I can get the other ones in there. But while I've got them doing this, I wanted to show you how I do this. And I got a couple of things I want to tell you on this. Now, this may be a longer video than what you prefer on knowing about cooking greens, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Everybody has their way of cooking this stuff, right? Well, with greens, I have two ways that I like to cook them. And growing up, I always would see the grown-ups would have them a fresh pickled jalapeno with a hunk of cornbread and their bowl of greens, right? And they like to eat that jalapeno and cornbread with their greens, okay? I love doing that. But if I'm doing it that way, the cornbread that I make is going to be sweet cornbread, and the greens are just going to have bacon and salt in them and nothing else, okay? Bacon and salt, that's all I'm going to put in them with a sweet cornbread. And hey, listen, if you want to, make a Jiffy Mix. Little old Jiffy Mix. It's the perfect size for me and Lynn. If I want to just throw one of them together, I mean, I don't have no problem with that. But, you know, that's a sweet cornbread, right? So, if I'm not going to put any sugar in my greens, I'm going to use not sweet cornbread. I'm not going to put any sugar in my cornbread mix that I'm going to make. And that's the one that I like to eat with the jalapeno. So let me start over on what I said. If you don't want the sugar in your greens, I still say you should have a sweet cornbread then. And that sets it off, because greens are bitter. They have a bitter thing going on. That's what people don't like about them, is the bitter thing. And that's what people like me is like, so good, okay? Okay? So, no sugar in your greens, but sugar in your cornbread. And that's the one you want the pickled jalapenos with on the side, okay? If you put the sugar in your greens like I'm going to do today, and I'm going to show y'all how I do that. If I have my greens have sugar in them with the salt and bacon, then my cornbread that I make this evening is not going to be sweet. Because to me, eating the jalapeno with it is when you don't have the sweeter greens. Okay? That's just me talking. You may like the jalapeno with them one way or the other, but I'm telling you, I cook greens two ways. So if the greens are sweet, unsweet cornbread. If the greens are not sweet, sweet cornbread. Okay? That's the Tally-Fay way. That's not the only way. It's okay? And I'm not saying that. But I'm just telling y'all that's the Tally-Fay way. And that's how we're going to do these greens tonight. So I'm going to let these, they'll start getting down there in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. And I like to put a lot of bacon. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. See how much? Look how many slices of bacon that is. Okay? I'm going to take this booger. Go ahead right now. And just slice it up in bites, right? Just like it is. I like to put lots of bacon in there, y'all. Especially when I do my sugar thing. And now, you know, y'all don't be going, or whatever. What I want you to think about is, okay, you know, this is pork, right? And it's smoked bacon. Look at that, y'all. I'm going to put it all in there. Woo, baby. You think about, like ham, okay? People, you cook ham with brown sugar and stuff on it. You know, the mixture of the flavors goes together. It sounds crazy to a lot of people. But when I put all this bacon in here and everything, and I put all that salt in there, when I put me some sugar off in there and everything, it balances out so good. And that smoked bacon that has a little sweet touch to it, you know, in the pot liquor, Oh my goodness. And the greens are a little bit bitter, so the sweet thing kicks in there, and then you got the salt just to give it all a punch. So that's what I'm telling you about the sugar thing. So don't be hating on me about the sugar. If you don't want to put sugar in them, don't do it. But tonight I'm going to do mine. This is how me and my little brother love these. We love these, y'all. And now, this is all I'm going to eat. I'm going to tell you this part. I'm going to eat greens and cornbread tonight. Oh, I'm going to eat some of my turnips when I make them on the side. But anyway, Buzz doesn't like greens. So he's going to be eating some leftover gumbo and stuff. But any other time, if I make this meal, if I've got people coming over and stuff and say I make a big old pot of greens, one of my favoriteest combinations, y'all, to make with this is fried pork chops, mashed potatoes and gravy on your plate, right, with a big old bowl of greens on the side with your cornbread. So you've got fried pork chops, mashed potatoes, gravy on them, hunk of cornbread, and a bowl of greens on the side. Y'all, that is some country eating right there. That is country eating. And that meal does not cost nothing hardly at all. Potatoes don't cost a lot. I mean, you know, I know things are high and everything. Right now, the crazy thing is this bacon is more expensive than them pork chops, y'all. It's crazy. But anyway, you know, say you fry up a package of pork chops, and these greens, they're nothing. If you grow them in the garden, they're nothing. I mean, it's not. What they are, it takes effort, y'all. If you want to eat like this, and I'm going to be having a lot of videos on garden cooking coming up, because the garden's fixing to start kicking in. And I'm going to be doing a lot of vegetables dishes from the garden and showing y'all. Mainly, I'm going to try to do basics on them, and then you can venture out into the fun stuff of making different dishes with them. But I like showing y'all the basics of them, how old country people just eat a pot of this or a pan of that or whatever and stuff. And that's what I'm doing tonight with these greens. I'm just making a big old pot of greens cooking. But I put me some bacon and salt and sugar in them, and that's all that goes in them. Have me some cornbread on the side, and that's what I'm eating, y'all. And it's delicious. We had that for many a meal when I was a kid, and we loved it. I don't know kids that eat greens now, but it's a different world. It's a different world. Okay, they're starting to boil. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and put me a good bit of salt in there, okay? There's my salt. Here I go. Y'all don't be tripping now. Got my little scoop here or whatever. I don't know, this thing ain't even a quarter of a cup. But I'm loading that bigger up. Let me see. Perfect. Okay, we'll call it a quarter of a cup, but it's not really that much. It will be by the time I put these greens in there, and I'm going to add a little bit more salt and a little bit more sugar. Not a lot of either one, because I went ahead and, you know, doctored it pretty good there. So, y'all, I'm going to let this cook down some, and then I'm just going to push these greens on down in there. Oh, y'all, these are beautiful. These are just absolutely beautiful. And you can already smell them starting to cook. I tell you what, it's the little things in life, y'all. I just love it. This stuff right here makes Tally Faye a happy girl. A thankful girl. I am a thankful lady and a mama. And just a thankful person for all this stuff that we receive out of this garden. Again, I say it takes effort. But what you get out of it is just amazing. It's amazing. So, y'all, I'm going to let these greens cook. And they got to cook a long time. Once I get them going, and you keep adding some water until the water gets up. You want lots of pot liquor in there, okay? And y'all will see that I'll show it to you when I get through cooking them and stuff. But it's going to be a while. So I'm going to let my greens cook and come back, and I'll show y'all what they look like in the pot after everything's done. But that's it. Salt, sugar, bacon. That goes in my greens. Okay? Okay, y'all, what I wanted to show you was on the turnips. You know, I said I'm going to put a couple in here for you. Look how much that cooked down, y'all. And remember, I still had a half a bag to add. So see, that's how much they will cook down. They'll just keep on cooking down. But see, you want lots of pot liquor in there. Lots and lots of pot liquor. And look at that bacon starting to separate out and cook in there. All of that is going to be so good, you know. So, but anyway, what I wanted to show you was, and I went ahead and peeled one so I could have it done. But I'm going to take 2 of these turnips. So see, you just peel them just like you would. You just peel them just like you would a potato, okay? And it's so easy, y'all. Take it and then just peel it. Peeling off of it. Get it over here. Y'all see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, so I've got it peeled. Let me wash it off real quick. Okay, so I have me 2 turnips that I'm going to put in this pot. Because, can y'all see over here? Look, I have my turnips over here getting ready to start cooking in my pot that I'm doing on my other video, y'all. So if you're interested in doing just turnips, y'all have to watch that video on that. But see, I'm going to take these 2 turnips, and I'm just going to cut them up in small, bite-sized pieces, okay? Just some small, bite-sized pieces. Because I'm going to turn my fire down under my greens here in a second and let them just sit there and cook slowly. Because these, if you put these turnip bites in there too soon, they'll cook away like a potato bite would, you know. So, you got to cook them slow, let them simmer in there with the greens. But that's all I'm going to put in there, okay? Get them stirred up in here with it. See, I'm going to add me some more water in there. I want some more water. Well, maybe not. Not right now. I'm going to let them sit here and cook like this for a little bit. But if it goes down any further, y'all, I'm going to just even a little bit. I'm going to add me some more liquid in there. It's all, you want the juice. The pot liquor. You want it. But looky there. Isn't that beautiful? That is a pot of turnip greens. Picked out of the garden yesterday. Alright. We'll be back after a while. Alright, everybody. The greens are done. I'm going to take some up in a bowl here, and I'll show them to you in the bowl. I just let them sit here and just keep simmering. And move that out of my way. Lord have mercy. That sugar's hot. I just let them keep simmering and watched them. I put the lid on them. I did do that. And let them just sit there and simmer in it, and then let me get me some of this juice out of here. I want y'all to see that and some of the turnips. They smell so good, y'all. It's some good stuff. I hope y'all give it a try. And listen, if you don't want to do turnip greens, you know, you pick your choice of greens. And I thought about it a little later that I forgot to mention that another green that people like is collard greens. That's another green. So there's all different ones of them and stuff, y'all. But y'all look at this. Doesn't that look delicious, huh? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Got me a big old hunk of cornbread here, y'all. And this is what it's all about right here. Let me get it. There it is. Cornbread, turnip greens, turnips, bacon, little salt and sugar. And that's what you do. I'm fixing to dive into these boogers, y'all. I hope y'all give it a try. And we're going to keep working on some of these vegetables from the garden as they come in and stuff. I think the next thing to come in is beets. And I already have a pickled beet video on here, but I want to show y'all how we do eating just good old hot buttered beets. Does that sound gross to you? Oh my goodness, buttered beets. Oh, we love them. They're so earthy, 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 earthy. So anyway, I love you guys. I know I look terrible. It's been a long day, but a great day. The place looks beautiful. Everything's all mowed and pretty, and the garden's beautiful, and the chickens are happy, and everything. Everybody's just happy. Y'all just take care and be thankful, and get you some greens. Try it out. Greens and cornbread, y'all. Maybe fry you up some pork chops. Make some mashed potatoes and gravy. I'll tell you what, somebody will love you. I love you guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time in the kitchen with Tally Faye.